Hi, this is Sean from Sydney, Lorcana. We've got um, this should be Robbie versus Jay, the finals for the Townhall Reign of Jafar Store Championship. I've got Jordan here to co-commentate, and let's get into the game.
Good stuff. Yeah, thank you, Sean, for having me. Excited to be on the channel. Keen to get into this match, and the good part about this matchup is you don't have to guess what colors these players are playing. You know, you look at Robbie, you think green, purple. You look at Jay, you think Blurple. Done and dusted. But yeah, no, it should be good. So, what was this? This was
This
top
is the
what? Where?
finals,
Finals of Town Hall.
Townhall Store Championship.
Fantastic. Cool. All right. Well, we got green, purple versus Blurple. How do you think this matchup goes? Who's it favored?
I mean, normally I would think green purple, but um, I mean, I think with it depends on if Blurple can get their bell to slow them down. Then I think Blurple's a lot more favored because of the heavier top end. They just have to be wary of Go-Go coming in and getting a huge amount of lore at once, because that can shift the tide quite favorably in Green Purple's direction.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, my testing, green, purple against Blurple has been favored in green, purple's way. Especially initially when the deck was built, it was just running through Blurple, with the surprise factor like nothing else. Jay knows about the green purple plague that has infested Sydney for two formats in a row, so he definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to this matchup. So I'm interested to see, what niche sort of lines he takes to favor this matchup towards himself. But there are some annoying cards for him to deal with. You know, you got Curse Mofolk one, very hard for Blurple to get rid of until there's like a bell move damage play. You got Go-Go to Margot, which is always annoying to deal with. Blurple cannot remove damage counters from their own characters outside of Porpsicle or potentially bouncing with a Fox, so we may see that come into play.
They've
But
also
yeah,
got the bell as well, but yeah, the problem with Blurple is that most of their characters have high willpower,
hmm
and that's very easy to exploit by the green purple, because all it takes is a goat or a crab, and suddenly an exerted character might have 4 or 5 damage on it, which then leaves it primed for a go go, or a, I've seen even like potentially a double go go, because the game ends up potentially going longer.
Robbie does love a good go-go for six. I've seen it on a Sonic aerial many times. Now that's not in Jay's deck, but he may have a Monstro sitting out there, so we'll see if that comes into play. Now, I didn't pay attention to the mulligan, so I didn't see how many cards each player puts back. I'm not even sure who goes first, but we got Jay,
Also,
Ink and Pass, so no
he's
Popsicle, no Bell.
and he's inking a fox, which is interesting because yeah, we know that he doesn't have one drop, so fox coming in on 3 is probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, well, we know
So
that Jay wants to ramp on turn two, right? So he's got
yeah,
options going into his third turn with Genie or Iago. Um, but not the fastest start for Rob either. Start Diablo, obviously not what you want to see over a Merfolk.
but
But
you can.
Ursula not as live in this matchup as it is in others. So let's see if we got the double one drops coming out turn two.
But however, it's pretty big on Jay's side. No ramp on turn 2. But then Robbie
Mm,
has no 2/1 drops. He just goes for the go go. He's just trying to put a clock on because it's 1-0, and he's seeing
slow
that
starts.
yeah, Jay's missed ramp, which is quite detrimental for the blue decks. But there's no double 1-drop to capitalize on that, so they're both off to a bit of a slower
Yeah,
start.
bad starts for both players, but you would rather be playing something on one, something on two, than just passing twice in a row, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially the Blurple deck where it's built a lot of its stuff on going from 2 to 4. So it's 3 drops, so not as great.
89% chance to hit a ramp when you're mulliganing it hard for it. So very unlucky for Jay. All right, turn three. Is there any good turn three play?
I mean,
Normal summon Bell.
it's at least deals with the Diablo.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
out of all of his plays, if he doesn't have a ramp, um, at least it's something.
but here's the pan. So if the Bell trades with or takes out the Diablo or sings friends, there could be an Iago coming in and just taking it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly right. We'll see if there's a friends that comes down here. The ideal play for Robbie next turn.
All right, well, he's got his ramp. It's a bit it's a bit late, but at least it helps helps him get ink ahead.
Yeah,
And
I mean, of course you trade if you're Jay there. Can't just let Diablo question your face turn after turn. So if Iago comes down, it's unfortunate. It does. It's there. Maybe there's a bell to follow this up to remove the pen. So we shall see. But I like the play from Jay. Obviously, not much to play on turn four. Very unfortunate. He didn't even have a genie or an Iago, but he does have the ramp potential to get some of his other outs, like Hades Monstro. So when you're in a poor position like that, you got to play greedy and play your outs, which is top end cards. Big hole for Jay to crawl out of at this point, from my perspective. What do you think?
yeah, well, I mean, Blurple not really having access to a sweeper means that he's got to take out these threats one by one, but all three of these threats are evasive, and Iago and Elsa and Genie are sort of the only evasives in the deck at the moment. But there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Bell coming in, like you said, take out the pen, slow down the green purple player with the rush, and then there's just the quest for Tipo because the green purple player probably doesn't really care much about the Tipo.
Exactly. It's a why not play. Quest in its face. If Gogo trades well, you've got one law, you've taken one law away from Gogo not questing that turn. So, yeah, absolutely. And a smart decision to pop the pan, The unfortunate part, though, is I do not think that Blurple has many good outs to Iago, right? I mean, what are we looking at? I don't know if Jay was playing Hypnotic Strength. I highly
Nah, I
doubt
think
it.
it's really Hades or a yeah, it's really Hades is the main
Yep.
out,
Hmm.
and
Or his own Iago, with 4 damage on it. It trades in well.
but
But
he has no way of giving it rush, so he prioritizes getting rid of the Elsa. Um,
no, that's an interesting
Interesting
decision.
one because I think the Iago's a bit more threatening because it could potentially put four on Hades and then easy go target.
Yeah, I mean
But here,
that is very interesting to choose the Elsa there. I'm trying to think as to why. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a bounce Elsa play potentially, but that's interesting. I would have thought the Iago was a little bit more annoying there.
and here we have the Ursula just checking the hand, and there we
It's a
go.
singular Elsa. All right, so that's the reason. His play was the follow up of Elsa to tap Iago and trade well. Um, so there you go. So we'll see the Elsa come in, likely trade with the Iago if I was to guess.
Well,
Um,
I think you have to trade with. Well, you have to get the Elsa to peck the Iago, and then Hades needs to take out the Merfolk.
Too much pressure hurts to tap a or to ink a Elsa there, but you got to do what you got to do when the law count is we can't see, but
Well,
I'm
I
sure it
mean,
was threatening at least close to game.
green purple, I think is at a quite high. total.
Yes, 7 ink
Because
for Robbie as well. So bounce Go Go Tamago is now a play online. See if it comes into play. A quest Go Go, bounce Go Go with Fox, run into Hades, replay to burst for 4 would be disgusting right now.
all right, looks like he's getting rid of the Elsa, and he's
Hmm.
setting up Hades as, I guess, the fall guy, as he just goes wide and starts putting more questing pressure, because Hades can only really take out the Ursula at this point.
Yeah, I like the play from Robbie to switch gears there. Like, obviously, he could just quest everything in Jay's face and make him beat him. But, when he's got no cards in hand, and you can, trade or get a free trade with Bell and maximize the value of the cards in your hand, it's good because, he switched from being the aggro player to now the control player with more card advantage. So, yeah, I think that this one's all said but done, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Blurple player at the moment because they've just got one character, and yeah, like you said, all it takes is a bounce or just more evasives, and they just close out the game because Monstro doesn't have evasive, and so
I,
there's not really much of an answer if you haven't already got your evasives. But
yeah, I totally agree. But this is not just the Blurple player, Sean. This is Jay, the Blurple man. Put some respect on his name, please.
yeah, I, but here we go. The Bell's taking out the Hades, and it's just going really wide.
Yeah,
So it's
one more
yeah,
quest per game. Scoop it up.
I think that
Game
looks like
two.
that's
Let's go.
it. So back, yeah, now on game two.
Games like that, you're in the finals of a set champs. You've just played 7 hours up until this point. You're keen for the finals. You get die roll. You're feeling good. You miss ramp. It's an interesting spot to be in because it's like, the whole game you play it out because you have to, but really it was doomed from turn two, or even turn three, where he didn't even have a 4 drop to play. So in these moments, like, I don't know how you feel, but it's good in the sense that you can just chalk it up to being unlucky, right? I didn't have the cards that I needed to win that game. There's no skill that could have been implemented there. But at the same time, like, there's some frustration in you spend all day getting to this point, and a 1 out of 10 chance is going to wreck your chances of winning, a play mat. So yeah, how do you feel in these spots? Or how would you be feeling if you were Jay?
Yeah, well, I mean that's the snag though when you're playing those blue decks is you've got those 8 2-drop ramps cards. So I mean, it's sort of rough. I mean, but there's not really much you can. It is a card game. There is definitely still luck involved in it, and
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, getting to. I mean, generally when I play, I either just get into top 8 and then get knocked out. I don't normally, or I get to the very end and win the whole thing. I don't normally get stuck at second or third place. It's
and
either
you say that when
one or
I'm
the extreme.
conveniently your guest and you beat me in the last time we placed in the finals. All right, that's okay. I see how it is. Invite me to your channel and jab me. No problems, man. No problems. No, but more so, I think that from Jay's perspective, like, you just got to eat it, right? You just got to eat it, put it down to luck, not get tilted, and
Oh
move on to
yeah,
the
you can't.
next
Yeah,
game.
yeah, you
You
just
can't
gotta.
let it resonate with you and be mad because that's when you make poor decisions. And I have definitely been a victim of being upset over luck before. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that plays a factor. But Jay's a cool guy, so I'm sure that
I
you know.
mean, Jay's played this matchup so many times. I mean, he and Robbie play each other in locals all the time, so I'm sure he knows. You know, sometimes you don't get lucky, miss the ramp. You just got to get back in. He's on the play. He should be on the play this time, and when Blurple's on the play, it can have some very explosive starts too.
Well,
Um,
I'm willing to bet that he gets ramp this game. He gets that Tipu or Sale. I guarantee it. Don't ask me how.
yeah, well, I feel like if he
Did
doesn't,
I
if
just
he,
see a Did I just see a nun cut by Robbie, just whacking the deck with his middle finger and moving on? The trust that we've built in this Lorcana community, but I highly do not recommend ever doing that. If you're in a set champs, always cut the deck. Doesn't matter how friendly the opponent is. Um, and we have a ruling question of a popsicle here. I believe it is draw one card is what the card effect is. What do you think?
it's when it comes into play, you draw a card.
I
But
think he's deciding where to put
oh,
it. You know.
he's looking to, yeah, he's working out his bin. But I see, yeah, because I was like, is he put? All right, so he's got the turn two ramp, which is what you want, and Robbie hasn't opened on Curse Mofolk, which is
Very
nice for
good.
Jay. Just a bunch of one questers.
Very
Uh,
good. Quest in his face. Does he pop it?
yeah, well, that's the interesting one. I mean,
Oh, he chooses not
he
to.
chooses not to, which
He
is,
wants the TP to get trade value here. That's that is interesting to me.
I mean, he probably must have more stuff in his hand if he's willing to lose the card.
He's got the extra card from being on the draw. I mean, maybe the theory is, I just want to win board presence and stick my guys, and that Tipu one damage is gonna make the difference. My instinct would tell me that I would personally pop it to draw, but
Yeah,
Robbie's staring at his own hand. I'm not.
that's what I would do as well.
Yeah,
Generally, I mean, I would trade it if I had extra cantrip one drops in my hand potentially.
right,
Um,
right, right.
but yeah, here we go. Inking the Ursula because it's pretty useless against Blurple. The only song they run is Friends.
Correct. And
And
Jay did ink the friends on turn two. So I mean, look, Robbie is making a very safe ink there. But he does pop the broom, which obviously, I mean, Iago's staring right at it. Chooses not to quest the Diablo.
which
Um,
is interesting, yeah, because I mean he's only quested for uh should be 3 at the moment.
um, no, I
So
believe he's
it's
quested for two. Only
oh
the
yeah, 2 because he didn't quest with the Diablo.
Correct. Only the followers and the brooms. I mean, I think that potentially the vision was with the crab on board right next to a Diablo, there's a bounce play to give Diablo some attack. So rather than just questing and giving it a free trade, having a challenger play. But with the crab off board, Robbie decides to just quest it and
Yeah, well, he
get the
needs
draw.
to start applying this pressure because he's on he should be on 5 lore now, questing for 3, but he's the
Mm.
opponent's got Jay's got the Elsa and Iago, so he's effectively controlling the sky at the moment.
Yeah, this is the
So,
ideal curve essentially for Jay. He wants to play Iago as soon as possible rather than Genie, which is the biggest issue for Green Purple. So, I mean, if he could have picked Ramp into Iago, Elsa, and forfeit the Popsicle Bell, I'm sure Jay would have taken that 10 times out of 10. So, very difficult for Robbie to come back here.
yeah, well, Iago is very good against Robbie's deck in particular because Robbie doesn't run any actions. But here we go, a go for 3 going to 8 lore and a merfolk. So even though he's still a bit behind on the board presence in terms of the lore, he's still pretty high
Hmm.
up there.
And we'll see if it comes into play that Jay cannot heal his own Iago. Um,
But he's
you know,
setting up his play with the Elsa Anna, so that should potentially be able to kill almost anything other than maybe an Iago from Robbie's side. But yeah, this Iago sort of sitting there.
What is that
And
card on the end there? Is that six crossed Ana?
yeah, it's 6 Hosanna,
Yeah, okay, cool.
which combos with Elsa to also give additional card draw.
hmm I would love to see multiple Go-Go's from Robbie here. You have to be hoping that you can remove these damage counters if you're Jay. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, well, I think in this instance he's just going to quest with the Merfolk, which puts him at 10. And there's no point in turning the Go-Go sideways, but unless you're trying to bait out.
No,
Yeah, well,
I don't
yeah,
think he
because
quests the Go-Go here.
no, you just keep it. Hope that Jay doesn't have another um, Elsa or Hades to get rid of it, and hope you draw the bounce. Here we go. Bounce. Oh, he's bouncing Merfolk. Interesting.
Okay, okay, okay.
If I had the Fox in that instance, I probably would have bounced the Go-Go, because
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Not sure how many cards Jay has in hands. I mean, if you're leaving a Merfolk out there and Jay can ink his whole hand and then, trade the Merfolk for free, you're effectively giving yourself two more lore by bouncing it. But
but then he quests with the Go-Go, which is interesting because that's putting him on 11. But then the Go-Go will just get eaten by one of the Elsas.
mhm. Slip of the card, slip of the top of the deck here. Jay has decided to shuffle it back. Yeah, so you're right. I mean, we could have seen bounce go go, keep it in hand. Jay does run quad fox, I think, in this list, quad bell, and quad popsicle. So there's lots of outs to that play of holding go go, but so he's taking a little bit more of a conservative line, just holding the merfolk and deciding to put on pressure with questing go go.
Yeah, but I mean the Blurple deck has Elsas. It's got Hades and stuff as well, which can deal with a readied Merfolk. So it's
Hey man, you
yeah,
can't question the master. Okay, there's
yeah. And here we go.
five rings on that man's fingers for a reason, and that is exactly why he has bounced Iago, meaning that the bounce go go play would not have worked,
Yeah,
and so he has given himself the edge in re-readying Merfolk. So there you go. We have eaten our words, haven't we, Sean?
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's very yeah, it's good now because at least it puts. I mean, he just needs to get high enough and then try to burn it out with either Go-Go's, Rose, or Goats.
Look, he's in a tough position.
Because
There's no denying that.
yeah,
Um,
because that's the other characters all quested, and I'm pretty sure Anna quests for 2.
but guess what? There's a exerted Ana and there's a fox on the board.
Yeah,
What do we want to see? What play do we want to see? Tell me.
here we go. It's just gonna trade.
Okay,
There's
yeah, no
no
go go.
obviously no
You don't
Go-Go
always
there,
have the go go. You can't
but
always have the go
here
go.
we go. It's um, 12 lore to Robbie, and I think Jay should be on 4 or 5.
Yeah, okay.
So
You
should
you keep those law counts for me because I have no idea. Jay did have a turn there where he had Iago, Elsa, Elsa, and did not quest. Um, so we'll see if that tempo plays a factor. I mean,
he's
he's still in a fantastic position, obviously.
and that's a
Um,
genie at the end. I'm pretty sure. So
correct.
all right, so he just gets rid of the Merfolk. You can't really afford to have Merfolk quest more than once, and that one's effectively quested twice because of the fox play.
Hmm. So what do you got, Robbie? At 14 law.
Yeah, it should be yeah, it should be 14, and Jay's just questing with the evasives,
Okay, okay.
and
Max pressure.
here we go. Is yeah, Robbie not choosing to expose his board, but here we go, an Elsa coming in. I,
Deciding what to tap, I believe.
yeah, I mean, interesting going for the pan.
Why is that interesting?
Well, I probably would have either gone Chernobog's or Crab because
Exactly.
Crab sets up um,
But it seemed like a pump
go
fake of exerting Peter Pan there. I don't know if that was a friendly take back or if that was you know, a
maybe
bait.
he just
Exert my
realized
pen,
that
please.
there's two Peter Pans, so it's a bit redundant taking out one.
Yeah, I think taking the
And
Chernobog's followers is absolutely the right play.
he's now going for the quest with Genie and Iago, so it should be eight
Top deck
to
mode, go.
15. But here we go. He's questing to
15, 16
should
plus 3, was
be
that 19?
yeah, that should be 19 with oh no, it should be 18 with a goat, I think.
Okay, 18 or 19.
Yeah, but goat is a problem because whatever answer Jay does, it's still gonna put Robbie at almost lethal. Because even banishing it into the inkwell, it still technically leaves the battlefield.
Yeah, so I don't know what law Jay's on, but obviously, by the fact that he hasn't just turned everything sideways and fist bumped his opponent, it sounds like he does not have game this turn. So Goat is a absolutely beautiful top deck if it puts him within range. If he is at 18 law, removing all exotic characters would be totally fine. He's got to pray for no Rose, no Bounce, no Go Go, no a lot of outs that he'll have. He should have the resources to remove everything on the board, though, right?
I mean, he should, but then the thing is that that goat, if he doesn't remove the goat as well, then next turn when the goat quests, he pretty much has to win the game that turn. And looking at, he's got only the genie. It looks like Tamatoa at the bottom,
Well, no, he's got a
or
lot. So he'll be able to, in
he's
that top row there, he'll be able to quest one of his characters. Um, if you can put up enough lore right now, which is the Tamatoa Elsa, um, yeah, I mean, we need to know the lore totals to really be able to determine this.
but
But from
yeah, I
my
think
perspective, it'll depend on what this top deck is from Robbie. I'm sure he has outs.
yeah. Well, the problem is that by Jay taking out the board, he then should have to quest with the other stuff, which then means he may not have enough to close it out the following turn.
I would love to see a lore total right now.
Yeah, but I think Jay's just trying to quest out, hoping that Robbie doesn't get anything to close it out here.
Yeah, yeah, I think
And
Jay had game on board, but there was definitely outs there. There was definitely outs.
yeah, so it looks like Jay managed to deal with the board, ignore the goat, and just go for lethal. And it looks like we're having a game three.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this
Robbie's first time
time,
going first.
yeah,
He has not opened Merfolk all game, so we will see if he's
well,
able
I
to
mean,
do that.
when you're playing the Blurple deck, seeing Merfolk in the first two turns is pretty terrifying. Because
Oh
yeah,
yes.
especially unless you have your bell, but even then you're still losing valuable cards, which
Yeah,
yeah
you know,
makes it
there was a funny play that kept on happening when I was sort of first playing Merfolk against Blurple or Ruby Am or even Red Blue, any of these decks. Um, where they would have, whatever turn two card they have on board. For the blue decks, it was Tipu, and you'd quest a merfolk in front of their face, and they didn't want to remove a card from their hand, so they always like spent ages thinking about the challenge. Do I challenge the merfolk and ditch a card, or do I just let it quest again and try and out it with something else later? And whenever they did not attack my merfolk and they just like let it quest again, oh man, I was salivating. It was the absolute best. So I think those days are gone where people were misplaying against merfolk and letting it live. But yeah, it
Yeah,
just
well, I
goes to
mean,
show
it's
that like having tricks and having something different to what people are playing online and what's solved really can benefit you in these tournaments.
yeah, well, I think you got to have a really special reason to not kill a merfolk. Um, the minute it quests, even like brawling it on turn three is still like doesn't feel great. So it's
Yeah, I mean there is one play you can do, which is you Tipu and then you next turn play Sail, double ramp brawl the Merfolk, but you're still trading a 3 cost card for a 1 cost card. So yeah, it's pretty OP, and we'll be seeing it for the rest of the rotated format, given that that card is still in play. Don't think as popular right now, but it'll find a place. It always does.
yeah, well, I mean it's still a very threatening two quester, and it was surprising that that was the only two quester for one that got reprinted. I thought that Maleficent or Leela would also get reprinted because they're a bit less egregious than Daisy and Merfolk.
Yeah, but Daisy was always still in the format, right? So you wouldn't want to give Lilo and give him double hyper aggro. I didn't see what Robbie inked there. Chernobog's follow is not the ideal start, but still not bad. Um, so we'll see how we go.
Here we see Inking Fox for Popsicle. Is there a bell? There is a bell.
Bell, very good.
All right, well, that's the ideal line um,
Jay,
for Jay. Yeah,
Blurple Man. And I see an Iago in his hand as well. Absolutely what he wants. Now I'm going to go ahead and bet here, Sean, that Robbie will pop this Murphy, this Chernobog's followers.
yeah,
Bet, bet my house on it.
I think he sort of has to. But he's got the go-go instead of two more one drops. But I guess he's valuing the evasiveness of the go-go because Jay will have to take a turn off
Did not
to
want to
open
see
and
what the
raise.
Chernobog's followers would draw first there. He was so confident in the Go-Go Tamago play. He said, I just want to play this Go-Go Tamago before I
Yeah,
pop.
well, it's 1-0 at the moment, so it's still anyone's game.
I think it's
There you
1-1
go.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
play pans, quest
Oh no,
Go-Go.
it should be 1-0 because Bell sung Friends.
Oh, it's sung? Oh, my bad.
So, but
Oh,
now we've
sung
got the
friends.
so now it's 2-0 with the Peter Pan. But here we have an Iago. That's good.
Hate to see that if you're Robbie. Makes singing friends awkward with your pan.
And he's just questing for two because he knows that if an Iago comes down and takes out the bell, then his Iago will get rid of it and still be standing. He still goes for the friends singing.
Hmm. If he has an Iago here, I mean, if he inks, plays Iago's, trades Bell, and then obviously Jay is killing Pan, then you can get a double trade with your Iago. So it's probably still worth it. I mean, rather than having it sit there and the potential to draw into even a Genie is a decent rush card right now. Um, but yeah,
Well, it's just for
considering he didn't ink and
saturation of
slam an Iago, he probably doesn't have it.
yeah. And he's just thinking.
Thinking of quest or trade here.
Yeah, well, I mean, in this instance, you could potentially take out the Tipo because it's unlikely that the Iago will take out the
Beautiful,
Go-Go.
beautiful. That's exactly what you want. Go
There
into
we
the
go.
bell. I personally like a trade of Gogo into Tipu here. Yep, great play. Now, if he does attack your pan, you got Iago to Iago to clear the board state. You have the one character that sticks. He's making the best of a bad situation, but rewarded for singing friends there.
But then punished by this bell
Oh
taking out
no!
the
Oh
pan.
no!
And
Oh
now this
no!
Iago doesn't have the Go-Go's not big enough to take it out because it's got 6 willpower for some reason. 4-6 evasive was considered a good stat line, but here we go. The trading with a crab, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Keeping parity, and then here's the merfolk after the bells come down. So
I mean, absolutely, absolutely ideal line from Jay again, right? Like those are the exact cards you want going second. So yeah, this is a good game here. This is a good game. I feel like the play draw disparity has been offset by Jay's opening.
well, I
Um,
mean, both sides haven't really quested much. They're all just firing shots at each other, trying to whittle each other's resources down.
mhm.
Is there an Elsa to follow up? Because that would be a genie. All right, just keeping the hand healthy.
Thoughts with 2 ink left.
He just passes because doesn't want to expose the bell. And there's another genie.
Good, good. Great time to quest the merfolk as well.
And he's just
Great.
maximizing. So he's questing for 2. So he should be at 4 now.
Um, yeah, I mean you're keeping count. Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
about right.
because he didn't quest with he sang with the pan and then traded the last turn. So it should be 4 0 because the
Mm.
cheapo didn't quest.
Yeah, now if you didn't want to quest last turn with Bell, you probably definitely don't want to quest now because you got Crab, give you Diablo Challenger, finish it off, draw a card. Um, but yeah, definitely a stronger play from Robbie on that turn there. Genie
Which
into Ink, Diablo, a little bit
which just
stronger.
the way that like the green purple deck having so many 1 drops, it sort of allows you to keep sort of maximizing your ink each turn.
Hmm.
And here's Hades to get rid of the genie. So there might be well, in this instance, he's just going for the quest, leaving the merfolk there.
Leaves the Merfolk.
Interesting, because I would have probably tried to take it out with the genie.
Well, it's a low. I can see the logic. It's a low
Well,
law gain game, right? Like the law totals are pretty low. You're not
well,
in a
yeah. I
threat of
mean,
losing the game.
at the
2 cards in
moment
your hand matter.
it's 4-4. So, but here we have the crab is questing, so 5, and then Pan
Beautiful.
takes out and Fox trades, and then 6, 7. He should be it's 8-4 now, but Pan is still standing, so Jay really needs an Elsa to just clip that Pan.
Clean comeback plays from Robbie.
Yeah, we managed to deal with Jay's board plus still quest to put the pressure on.
Yeah, I personally didn't think Jay was gonna quest there with the bell, given the threat of Fox. But yeah, it's a tough decision. You know what I mean? It's
Well, I
like you
think
don't.
the Blurple player still needs to put some pressure on on Robbie and force him to have the answers. Otherwise, without, he doesn't have B prep, so he needs to, Robbie can just keep slamming stuff and going wide. And here we have the Iago. Now, is the Hades going to take out the Merfolk? There's the Fox bounced a crab, so you could expose the Hades to a potential giant go-go burst.
Yeah,
But
you need 7 ink, which is on the cards.
all right, Robbie's just taking it slower, getting the genie, trying to build out wide. Here we go. Sort of exploiting the weakness of Blurple that they don't have a sweeper other than Monstro, but Monstro requires a hand. It looks like Jay just has one card in hand.
Do you rush here with the genie and get some damage on the Hades, or do you leave it readied to quest next turn uninterrupted? If he has the Elsa, if he has the Elsa, you get punished. Um,
I think in this instance you just you either stand or you start quest you quest the Diablo because that puts you at um that should be 9 to 4. But Diablo is always going to replace itself.
you always question Diablo. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think Rob made the right choice there, because if he does rush in, um, if he doesn't rush in, then Elsa has to choose a target between Pen and Genie. So he at least protects his Pen.
but
Double
he's got a
Genie.
double genie, so if he can just find a way to get rid of this pan, he might be able to close it with his multi-questers. But
There's a lot of counting lore burst potential on both sides here.
yeah, well, it's 8 to, oh sorry, it should be 9 to 4, but Jay's got more multi-questers, Robbie's got more bodies.
Robbie's 1 turn ahead though, right?
All right, so he takes it out with Iago, must quest with the Hades, so it's
Did he draw
six.
from Diablo?
He must have drawn. I mean, Diablo is a maze, so he might have not drawn. But now we quest with the broom to 10, banish it, draw a card.
He surely drew. I probably just missed it.
So it's 10 to, should be 10 to 6. And here we go, goat 11.
What do you have the lore totals at?
Should be 11 to 6. But now
11 to
he's,
6. Robbie can quest for.
I mean, he could potentially just turn everything sideways. He's on 12. I think he's just mathing it out. 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, you surely
So,
just put the pedal to the metal right now.
yeah, because you're threatening game next turn, and the goat is still gonna get you another lore. So
Yeah, this is the power of green purple right here. Whenever you get to that like sort of 15-ish lore range, it is so tough for your opponent because you always have the reach to get there. So 15 with 6 characters on board against Blurple, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good if I'm Rob right now.
yeah, particularly with a goat and a genie. So like they're also like you must answer those two as well.
Yeah,
And there's 3 unexerted characters, which is difficult for Blurple to handle. So we got the Argo taking out the genie. So that's 1 2 quester down.
Robbie's at 15, you say?
Yeah, it should be at 15, 16. Yeah, it should be 15 with the goat.
There
I
are
mean,
just so many good draws from the Chernobog's followers here.
you also, like, Jay needs to still answer more of this board. I mean, he can potentially take out a pan with a genie. He's got the Tamatoa. Must be digging. But yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, Genie takes out. Genie takes out. So yeah, he's
Body
bought
language here
himself.
tells me that he doesn't have much of a play. I know that
Well,
feeling going through the motions.
the thing is that does he quest with the Hades? But if he quests with the Hades and Robbie has a go-go, that's the end of the game. So he chooses to keep Hades ready. He
True.
uses the popsicle to heal the genie. But yeah, and there we go,
All right. 16,
16, and then
17,
17.
any bounce.
Yeah, there's just so many outs for green purple at this point.
When you use go-go or a bounce, Rose doesn't get there. Double Rose does.
But even getting to 18, 19, Jay's still got at least 2 turns of questing,
Yeah,
2 or 3
Jay's
turns.
not threatening. He's not threatening game here. Surely not, right?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
All right,
Hardcast friends for
cast
the bounce to
friends.
just win this turn.
Yeah,
Slam some one drops. Call it quest with goat. Call it a day.
yeah, or even just playing. Here we go. Couple more threats, and now the goat has to get answered, but it's still got 2 readied characters, and any rose goat that Robbie draws or a go-go is sort of live.
Tough out. What can we see here from Jay? Can we see? I mean, if you have him at 19, then there's absolutely no way because goat is getting value. Um, but if he's at
I think
18,
he
then
must be
we
at 18 at this point, otherwise Jay would have probably scooped then.
yeah, then we need to see a Iago or any of the characters into goat, play Bell, move it to Merfolk, and pray for no go go to Margot.
And you need an Elsa to get rid of the pan.
Oh, we can leave. You can leave one up if he's on 18. Oh
Well,
no,
no,
because
because if
the
he
goat.
kills the
You're
goat, he goes
correct.
to 19. He's got to basically answer this whole board.
You're right. Everything needs to die. So you
Yeah,
need Iago into goat. You need to be able to move damage to the pan, and then you need a Elsa. So you need Elsa Bell or double Elsa
and looking
or
at the
double Bell.
and yeah, and looking at, and that's a 10 uh play, and looking at the ink, I don't think Jay quite has 10 ink.
What other answers to ready characters are there in the Blurple deck? You got Elsa, you got Bell. What else? Hades, but that's not enough. There's no way he has 14.
There are other answers, but I know that they're not in Jay's deck. Like a big Elsa here would be clutch.
Hmm.
Um, buys you.
What about what is in his deck though?
But in terms of what's in his deck, the main answers for Exerted is Elsa, Hades,
Bell. That's it.
and Bell.
I think.
That's it really. So I think he's just trying to see, does he have an out to this situation.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. The only thing I can think of is
I think the Bell Elsa is probably the best out in this instance.
yeah, I'm not sure what else there is to think about. I'm sure I'm missing something, but it's either dig for those cards or you do not.
Yeah, well, I think Jay's got a few cards left in his hand, so he might have that. He's just trying to work out, is there any other line potentially? All right, we got some movement here. Looks like it's all right.
I
So
want
we
to see
could
something special here. Show me something special.
see
Yeah,
Yoko take out Goat.
yeah, I suspect a bell's coming.
So then we've got Bell.
Yeah,
Move it on to Merfolk.
yes,
And
and
then there
then
we can see that
he does not have the extra ink for the
he's
Elsa.
got the Elsa, but he's one ink short, and
Sad.
he just quests. But that's it then.
One card away, one little card away.
Yeah, well, I think it. Yeah, he got to a point where he just wasn't able to ink to try and keep parity. But yeah, it looks like that's the end of the game.